Hey everyone, Agnach here. Welcome to another video. In today's video I'm bringing you a strategy one of the Resistonce members suggested. So thanks to Shivam for this strategy. So what's the army? Well, the main part of the army is 2 super wall breakers, 5 healers, cockaloons for the healers, 13 witches, an ice golem and a headhunter. Then you can have some funneling troops as well, like the baby dragon and wizards. The spells is a rage, a jump, 2 freezes, a poison and 4 invisibility spells for your blizzard in the CC. I used it in legends and against the right base it can be very powerful, but let me show you some replays and see what you think about this army. Okay, so here is the first replay going against Poria. So I'm putting the Warden Walk at 9. Then I'm sending my blimp into the tank hole. I wanted to pop there, just in the scatter shot compartment. That way it's going to be able to reach the tank hole. It's going to be able to get rid of the bomb tower, cannon, scatter, and CC as well. Since you have like 4 invisibility spells, it does give the wizards quite a fair bit of time to get rid of the entire area, even if they don't start targeting the tank hole first. As I was doing the blizzard, I just put the warden there just to start clearing some of the buildings at 9 o'clock, just to make sure that my army does go inside the base. Now usually what I do, since you have 13 witches, I do use the king with 3 witches for funneling, and then I send the rest of the witches with the ice golem and the queen into the center of the base. As usual, I usually put the royal champion just to go around the outside, just trimming some more defenses just to keep my main army inside the base. I did use the warden ability just to try to protect my witches from that first eagle shot, and everything is still going around. I still have the king on the outside, the royal champion in the middle lane, and then the queen in the center. The royal champion with all of the witches. Have a look at all of those witches. I don't think any of them has died. Now with this army as well, the reason why I'm saying with the correct base is that whenever you go on to higher trophies in Legends League, now a lot of high-end players are using a lot of multi-infernos. Basically the reason why they're using multi-infernos is because whenever you're in the 5,000 to 5,500 trophy mark, there's a lot of spam players, and the best way, one of the best ways to defend spam is to put multi-infernos. Now with this attack, witches, they don't like multi-infernos. However, if you can find a way of getting rid of 1 or 2 multi-infernos, then the witches, they can just smash the whole thing. Or if you use this army when you're in lower trophy levels, like on this occasion, this is the typical Legend League base on the 5,000 to 5,500 trophy mark. So I use the blizzard just to start clearing some of the defenses there, creating a nice path for my army to go in. I also want to get rid of the scatter shot. The CC can come out, so at least I'm pulling it out, and I'm gonna be able to deal with it with my queen on the outside. On this one, I wanted to try to get the eagle, but it wasn't too bad if I didn't get it. Now I put my poison down for the super minions. The queen is going to be able to get rid of them since there's only 1 archer tower there, so nothing is hitting my queen. Now I put the king at 9 with my 3 witches just to create a bit of a funnel, and I send my super wall breaker to go inside so that my main army does go inside. Obviously we've got a jump here, and you can just use the jump wherever you feel like you need it. Over here I knew that because of the funnel that my blizzard created, my troops were going to be going to the left and then they were going to be going up, so I decided to put the jump there just to try to make sure that something, since I'm using the king ability just to try to clear a lot of the buildings there, I was trying to get some of my army to go into the center of the base. Since I saw some of the witches went in there, I decided to invest 1 of my freezes onto the tank hole. I invested actually both of my freezes on the tank hole just to make sure that it goes down to the witches. If I hadn't invested that freeze there, then that tank hole can just kill my witches so quickly. And as you can see, my queen decided to just keep walking, my royal champion decided to keep walking. Another thing you can do with this army as well, if you are the patient type, then you can just keep the royal champion and just wait, and then you can just use your royal champion to go for the town hall as well, if that's what you want. With me, I'm a bit impatient, so I always seem to put the royal champion very quickly just to trim defenses and go with my main army just in the push. I find that a lot of the time having the royal champion with the rest of my army is beneficial for her, as the rest of my army is tanking for her. Now we've got this other base, so I'm coming in with the blizzard from 7 o'clock. So I use a couple of loons and then I send my blimp in, obviously with the blizzard as well. If you have a lava hound, sometimes you can fly a lot more inside the base. On this one, I was actually surprised it actually worked, that it landed where I wanted to land, since on this area I was going to be able to get rid of the town hall, pull the CC and get rid of a lot more defenses there and creating a nice funnel. Usually what I do with the wizard as well, as you can see, there's buildings on the outside that are remaining standing. So then if that's what happens, that's when I put my queen and start a queen walk. As you saw on the first attack, I did a warden walk because the blizzard was going to get the edge of the base. On this occasion, because it's not getting the edge of the base, it's getting the inside of the base, I use the queen to clear the defenses, and then I'll just either I funnel her to where I want her to go, or if I don't care where she's going, then I just let her pick a side, and wherever she goes, then on the other corner I put the king and the witches just to funnel my main army to go inside the base. I want my main army, the ice golem, the 10 witches, my queen and my warden, to go inside. I don't care if the king stays outside. And then again here, the impatient royal champion deployment, I just use her there as the king is tanking a lot of the defenses. She can get rid of some of those defenses. Now my king is killing the defending king, which is perfect, since that way the defending king is not gonna kill my royal champion, and my main army is just walking inside the base. I put the jumper in the center of the base just to make sure they get rid of that multi-inferno in the center, and the other inferno is a single, which is perfect for witches, since the skellies just overwhelm it if you have quite a few skellies and there's no splash damage killing it. So now I've got my witches there. I want to get rid of that Grand Expo for sure, since it was the only thing that I knew it was going to take a while for my queen to reach. So I decided to invest a freeze there for my witches that were in the center of the base to get rid of that Grand Expo. And then they also get rid of that single inferno, and then everything is reachable by my queen, which still has an ability. So this was perfect against China. So yeah, it was a really good attack. I think I was happy with this one, and I think I've got one more. Yeah, there's this one, which is quite common, but I've also seen it in war a few times. So over here I want to send a blimp, and it's gonna land exactly where I wanted it to land. I wanted it to land just in that intersection inside the inferno compartment, but just close enough to the tank that it was gonna get rid of it. I use my invisibility spells just to make sure that they do go up. They end up killing the inferno, the expo and the CC, I believe. Yep, the giant bomb didn't end up killing them, so at least they killed the headhunters, which is money. So that way I can just use the poison for the super minions, and it's perfect. Now, as you can see, what I was saying, I blizzard the inside of the base. There were buildings on the outside, so I put my queen on the outside. I can put my warden there as well, but the warden takes a lot longer to start clearing the defenses. Also, the super minions would kill it so quickly that I would have to invest a rage on the warden. So I prefer just putting the queen, or probably sometimes both queen and warden with the healers. And there's I noticed that they were walking to the right, so what do? On the corner I put my king with my 3 witches, the rest of the army going with the queen and the warden wall. I open with a super wall breaker, and I put the jump there just to make sure that my army goes into the center of the base. Now the king does choose to go inside, but that's okay because he's on the inside by going towards the flank. Now I send my royal champion, now that a lot of the defenses are being tanked by my king, use his ability, and now I've got a fair bit of my army going into the center of the base. My queen is one important one that goes into the center of the base, and she's going to be able to get rid of the royal champion. Now the defending king, there's so many skellies that he doesn't know what to do, and even though the scatter shot is hitting the skellies, it's still tanking the king, and he never hits my queen, so she can just keep going up. My royal champion is still alive and killing a lot of the defenses. Now another reason why I use her on the flanks is so that my witches in the flanks survive and can clear all of the buildings that are on the outside. So by sending my royal champion and clearing the defenses, then my witches, they can just walk around, spawn their skellies, just clear all of the buildings. As you can see, the royal champion ends up surviving the entire raid. She's still at full health, and the queen as well. So this was a really nice attack as well. Well, that's the army. What do you think about it? Also, if you have any funky army ideas that you would like me to try, just leave those ideas in the comments below and I'll definitely give them a go and let you know if they're feasible or not. Well, thanks again to Shivam for the suggestion. Hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please click the like button, subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you next time with more Clash. See ya.